Hi, old chums. It's me, Jay, and I'm joined again by my co-host, Colin. Hey, Colin.
Yay! The fastest man alive.
The fastest cardboard man alive.
Yeah.
Right. So you've been watching some new DCTV, haven't you?
Well, I've caught up with all the DC TV shows, you know, the CW ones. So Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Batwoman, I think that's it, and Supergirl, and the new Stargirl.
Ooh. Tell us about that.
Okay, I will. Well, where do you want me to start? So I'll start with Stargirl.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was much better than I thought it was going to be. So originally, this was created for the DC Universe streaming service in the US, but literally on the last day of filming, they decided they were also going to put it out on CW at the same time. So it goes out on DC Universe on one day, then the next day it comes out on CW.
Right.
So it's
DC stream service is going to be put into HBO Max anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I think they're still going to retain it. Is it completely going?
I think it's going to go. It's just going to become, because what's the point? It'll just
it's still got all the comics and stuff on it, which is really annoying that we can't get it.
We're getting Swamp Thing come to CW.
It's on Amazon
as well. Is it on Amazon already?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to check it out. I only had one season, but I heard it was going to CW.
Oh, was it? What season 2?
No, just season 1. But maybe it'll get season 2 because it'll be more freely available to people, right?
Quite expensive to make, though.
Yeah, it's not going to season 2 at the moment, but maybe it will once people can watch it. Who knows?
So on DC Universe, we've obviously had Titans, we've had Swamp Thing, we've had Doom Patrol. I would say that Stargirl looks more like a DC Universe show. It's still the same producer, Greg Berlanti, does the CW stuff. But in terms of the way it looks, like the way it's filmed, I would say it looks more like a DC Universe than the CW one. Typical. It looks like it's got a little bit more money behind it.
So this one doesn't tie into Flash and Arrow and all those?
Well, see, it does, because at the end, so this year we had the Crisis on it. Was it this year? Crisis on it. No, it was last year, Christmas, wasn't it? Which went across all the CW shows. And as part of that, at the end of it, they reset the world and put everything into one universe, New Earth. So all Supergirl, Batgirl, Flash, Arrows, all on the same Earth. But they also showed that there was still a multiverse, and it went to a few other places. It gave you a glimpse of the new Green Lantern, which is coming out on HBO Max, and it gave you a glimpse of the JSA. So on a different Earth. So it is a different Earth, but it's still within the same universe. So it's in the same multiverse as the CW, which is great. Also, the Titans were as well. So that was good. They were on a different, and the Doom Patrol. They were all on different Earths.
Right.
So that's good. So it's not connected particularly to any show, but it can cross over if we need it to. And obviously the big difference in the DC universe, though, is there's no swearing. It's not like the Titans, which is, I don't know who Titans is aimed at, because, because one minute they got an F-bomb and next minute it's like a real teen show. So
I really like Titans, you know. I really like
Titans. I love Titans. So I guess if you're familiar with the story Stargirl, it's basically based on the Stars and Stripes miniseries, that limited run series that Jeff Johns originally came into the DC universe with. And Courtney, the main character, is based on his sister that actually tragically died. He created the character in honor of her. And it's basically the story of Courtney, who inherits Starman's, in this is Starman, but in the comic he was Star Spangled Kid who'd grown up, and Star Rod thing, I don't know what's called, Cosmic Rod. And also you've got Stripes, which is the big robot dude. I don't know if you've seen him. So wasn't sure what was going to happen in this series, but basically it starts off with a bang. It starts off with the Justice Society being basically attacked and pretty much killed by a group of villains, sort of like and it's got some real classic Justice Society villains and characters in it. Jeff Winger from Community, old Joel McHale is Starman. and he gets killed, and the guy called Stripey, who's played by Luke Wilson, is his sidekick, and he's the one who Starman gives the star rod to, and he takes it away. And then we jump 10 years to the future, and Stripey is basically. Oh, we also see a shot of this young girl and her parent, and she's waiting for her dad to come home, and it never happens. It's Christmas Eve, and so then 10 years later, Stripey is married to the woman with the kid, and the kid is Courtney, and she's now whatever she is, 16, 17, and he's sort of moved in with them. Now moving to the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, I assume that's where it is. And yeah, it sort of turns into a bit of a teen show, sort of a bit Buffy-ish kind of thing. If Buffy was done now, I would say. Not as jokey as Buffy, or hasn't got quite the the writing skills behind it. But then again, we're talking about a pilot episode.
Yeah.
But what I did find, it's got some great actors in it. It's got Amy Smart as the mum. It's got, let's say, Luke Wilson as Stripey. Courtney, I can't remember the lady that plays her, but she seems really good. She looks just like the character I imagine. She's straight out of a comic. And the first episode is really good. It's basically her learning how to use the cosmic rod. The cosmic rod's got a bit of a personality, a bit like Doctor Strange's cape. Sort of cool stuff and that kind of thing. And it's just really well done. It's really left me, really want to go. So episode 2's just come out. I've not had a chance to watch that yet, but I will be watching that today. And we actually get the robot Stripey at the end of it, which is amazing. So
cool.
I didn't think that was going to happen. So yeah, really good start. So it's a bit like all these shows. There was a bit of a teenage, sort of school stuff.
Well, they're all a bit like that, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, but it seemed pretty good. But it seemed to have a lot of heart, and the acting seemed to be good, and the writers seemed to be on top of it. So it's good.
And just briefly, what did you think of the other ones?
So,
like where they're up to?
So basically, Flash this year has been dealing with the Mirror Master, but not really the Mirror Master, more his wife. And half the cast have been stuck in the Mirror universe and have got doppelgangers. There's also been a storyline with, from Heroes, the Doctor. The Indian Doctor.
Yeah.
He plays the baddie in it, Blood Type or something like that. Right. His story's rubbish. It's just a bit. It's okay. There's some good moments in it, but it's a bit whiny. Flash is going to die at the end of a season. Every season, it seems like he's it's predicted to die, and so it's just a bit of the same. So a bit obviously, they had the high of the Crisis, but since they've come back from the Crisis, it's been a bit down. So I would say that's probably 3 Kahuna Burgers at the moment. Supergirl. They've been really focusing since Crisis on basically the world's changed. Lex is now a good guy to the public, and they're also dealing with Leviathan who are pulling the strings in the background.
I stopped watching Supergirl a while back. How do you find Lex Luthor in it?
He's grown on me a bit. I didn't like him at first. I didn't like the fact he had a beard. That's what annoyed me. Because he's actually Lex Luthor's nephew in Superman 4. It's the same person.
It's got from 2.5 Men.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, wherever he is, he's also from Superman 4. I didn't realise.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I let him off now because he's on Superman 4, because that's such a brilliant film.
It's
no Man of Steel. Yeah, so Supergirl's okay. Again, I would say it's a bit predictable, but at least it's interesting. Brainy's been sort of gone down the dark side, and it's been a bit annoying. Batgirl I've really enjoyed, but mostly not Batgirl, Batwoman, but mostly because of Alice, who's the villain in it.
Yeah,
she is brilliant.
She's good. Yeah.
Yeah. She's really good. And right at the end of it, they've introduced Tommy Elliott as Hush. And he got a face transplant right at the end of the season, so now he looks like Bruce Wayne, and so they've obviously cast someone to look like Bruce Wayne. So that's quite exciting, because it might mean that Bruce Wayne might actually show up in the future.
And what does this guy look like? I'll have to look it up. But does he look like Bruce Wayne? Does he?
Yeah, he just looks like a smooth Bruce Wayne kind of guy. Yeah, he looks all right. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's quite cool. Yeah, so I sort of enjoyed Batwoman. Yeah, I'd probably give that 4. The stories have been more consistent, and it seems a bit more on its own. What was the other one? Oh, Legends of Tomorrow, I absolutely love because it's nuts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the one I was the least interested in right from the beginning. I never watched it. I watched the odd one here and there.
The first season was terrible, really bad. But it's basically found its own stride now, and it's just crazy. They just do crazy things, and it's just a crazy cast, and it's always fun. I wouldn't say it's like must-watch TV or anything, but you know, if you're going to watch an episode, it's just going to be fun, and particularly Constantine is so rubbish. He's like a caricature of Constantine now. It's a bit of a joke. So if you want a serious take on DC heroes, probably not what you want. It's annoying because it's really close to being like the Bwahaha of Justice League. It could almost be that.
Right.
If it, one, had better characters in it, and two, just flicked the humour a little bit and made it a little bit more,
yeah.
It's almost there. It's almost good. But in terms of enjoyment, it's brilliant.
Right. Okay. Cool. Oh, a good roundup on all the DC shows.
Yeah, man.
Well, I think that's it then for this episode, right?
That is it. Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching, and as always, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that little bell there to let you know when we're getting another episode up. Just below there'll be all the info on how you can find us, and leave a comment as well in the comment section right down here. Cool. All right. Until next time.
Don't fail the city.